Good morning. My name is Cheryl Woodard, and I'm one of the meditation teachers here at EBS. I'm coming to you today from our bookstore because people are meditating in our main meditation hall there, like they do every Saturday and Sunday at 9, weekdays at 11:30 to 12. And we have all kinds of groups that meet in the evenings and afternoons. There's a 12-step group that meets this afternoon at 1. And this past week, I was in a meditation group that meets on Wednesday nights at 7. And it's a really great group, by the way, to be in. It's really wonderful to be in person with other meditators to talk about how it goes for them and to meditate together. So I really recommend that you see if there's some slot you can fit into here at EBS. Anyway, people in this group on Wednesday were all saying how hard it is to find time and space for meditation. Each person, one by one, said something like, "I'm no good at this right now. I can't quiet myself at all. There are too many thoughts running through my head. I can't sleep at night. I have no discipline." After hearing the same struggle from every single person in the group, it's not a struggle about what happens during meditation. It's a struggle about even being able to do it, to find the time and space and sit down to do it. So after having heard all of that, the group collectively decided that this is a communal problem and not a personal one. Our world is on fire. The ground is shaking underneath our feet, under all of us, to one degree or another, in so many ways. And so it's no wonder that we can't sit still. Even if you're not the one who is being pursued by masked men with guns, or the one who has lost your health insurance, or the one who can't fill the tank with gas right now, you know that others are like that, and you can feel it in the world. So in this discussion, we decided that we should not expect meditation alone to fix this situation, or even to be the appropriate response. So this morning, I want to share some of the other things, the other ideas that we came up with together, things that people are doing, we are doing, to calm ourselves enough so that we can deal with the troubles around us. And we hope that might help facilitate good meditation, having done some of these things to address our restlessness. So here we go. Number 1 was reaching out to other people and talking honestly with them, and listening to them, being with them. People nourish each other just by their presence and kind attentiveness. So we are, not trying to handle everything alone, but to kind of join hands with others in some way or other, even if it's just inviting someone out for coffee or cooking a meal for somebody and eating it with them. The second one was going outside, and it's spring, so it's a good time to do that. People talked about Japanese forest bathing, where you just go sit in the trees, or whatever version of that is available. Maybe just walking barefoot in the grass, or listening to the birds, or looking at the river. Exercise is also always good. So maybe instead of meditating alone in our rooms, we can get up and do walking meditation outside in nature, someplace beautiful and peaceful, and sort of walk off a little bit of the stress and restlessness and fear, and touch in with nature. That was a popular idea. This was also really popular. People like this. When you feel helpless, find something to do that feels empowering, even in the smallest degree, like just fold the laundry or weed the garden. Something where you can see progress happening in front of you. It's kind of resetting yourself from a sense of helplessness. One man in our group that night said he and his wife had spent the weekend clearing the clutter, decades of clutter out of their garage. Old receipts from business trips and just crazy things, and then he felt so much better, like a new person, with that out of the way. I do that with my kitchen. I not only clean it thoroughly, but also pull out muffin tins and cake pans and things I'm not using anymore and take them off, donate them somewhere. So doing useful things like that for yourself feels good. And we agreed in this group that doing useful things for others is even better. So finding ways to volunteer formally, like maybe at the animal shelter or a food bank or something like that, but also just helping family members or your neighbors or anybody close at hand that needs help. Just reach out to them. And finally, if you're so inclined, we talked about engaging in political activity or social justice work. Now, EBS is not, we're a religious organization and we don't take sides, so to speak, in politics or whatever, but we do take the side of humanity. And we also really take the side of empowering ourselves to make the world a better place. It's part of our mission to try to make the world a better place. And so if you have a candidate that you really like or an issue that you really want to promote, this is an election year, and it's a good time to all these, throw your shoulder to the wheel with some of those uphill battles or whatever you feel is the right thing to do. The No Kings March yesterday was really wonderful, and I suspect there will be more of those. And so the point I'm making is that instead of blaming ourselves personally or taking just being disappointed in ourselves or piling on, it's important that we recognize the impediments to our own peace and deal with them. It's not your fault if you feel bad when the world is falling apart around you. But sitting under your covers, cowering under your covers or whatever is also not the thing to do. So we want to take ourselves in hand, kindly, lovingly take ourselves in hand, recognize the distress that we're feeling, and do whatever we can find to address it, including meditation. It's a good tool, but it's not the only tool. And people talked about, they haven't been able to meditate for weeks, and then they lie awake at night and worry. And so they recognize that it's a hopeless situation like that. And so somehow you've got to break out of that situation and then start to use whatever tools are available. And so the message that we ended on in this discussion was to be good to ourselves, loving ourselves, even when we're disappointing ourselves in some way. And that meditation should not be a hammer, that you use to beat yourself up because you're not doing the right thing. It should be just one tool among the many that you use to keep yourself steady and sane and connected to the world in a good way. So when you feel the ground shaking under you and you can't settle yourself and you're restless and afraid, take yourself in hand directly and address this state of unrest. Take it seriously, be kind and loving about it, and give yourself a break. Go sit under a tree and just breathe, if that's all you can manage. I sincerely hope that this is helpful to you. Come to EBS, where we are all having these kinds of conversations that I'm describing. All of our practice groups are people reading inspiring books, meditating together, and talking together. And there's so much sharing and kindness and compassion going on. So we're helping each other through these hard times, and we can help you too if you give us a chance. This group that I mentioned meets on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. It's a mindfulness meditation drop-in group, and it's not especially Buddhist. It's just focused on mindfulness meditation. But there are other groups every night that are always open to you. You can just come, or you can email the leader, whose email is always listed on our schedule, and tell them you want to come, and they can guide you about what to do. And we're just here, come on down, as they say. So that's my talk for today. I really hope it's helpful to you. Take care. Bye.